Hi again, everybody. Dave Stevens coming to you from Hammond Stadium. It's the park of the Fort Myers Mighty Mussel. That's a mouthful to say, but a very special Dave Stevens show as we broadcast our first D3Day camp of the year. It was an amazing weekend. And Dave, do these things ever get old?
No, they never get old, Dave. It's amazing that we get the turnout we had, and what a wonderful turnout of volunteers and the Mussels yesterday.
Yeah.
A lot of players from the Mussels. Jordan Smith was great. He's the manager of the Mussels this year, and he apparently got the word out to his players how important it was for them to come to one of these camps.
And it was great to see all of the volunteers and the teams that we had yesterday. And we started things on Friday. He let us take a little batting practice. Doug, you got in the cage.
I took a couple of swings.
Thank you to Stinger Bats for giving us that opportunity to use those bats and showcase these up-and-comers that these bats could get some hits. And that was a lot of fun. But what was your takeaway from the first day and meeting the team and what we were expecting?
Yeah, meeting Jordan was really key because the managers they set the pace for this, and when they go into the clubhouse and they understand that this isn't just about the participants, it's about these young players. And Jordan obviously got that. And the turnout of the players even surprised me yesterday morning, and that shows a lot on the coach. There's nothing really more you can say about that.
Yeah, and as we watch some of the video of the campers and some of the amazing things at all these stations, Dave, we get to live vicariously through these kids because we didn't have these opportunities as a youth. Why do you keep doing it, and what does it mean to you?
Well, number one, we forged our own path, but it was really tough for, as I look back, a kid with limitations to go down the path of sports because we had no choice. It was either not do it or play against able-bodied kids. Today they have many choices, and I want to give them a chance to get out on a real professional baseball field, experience that, along with the camaraderie that is created with the players of the approaching, interacting with these kids. It really isn't all about baseball. It's about exploring what you can and can't do. So it's real important to me to continue doing this as long as I can.
To give kids a chance that normally they won't have.
And it's important for my audience that doesn't know you to let me introduce you to Dave Clark. If you have seen, he's the guy that pitched on crutches despite having polio as a youth. The only guy ever to pitch in the minor leagues on crutches. And then this guy gets involved, Doug Cornfield, bringing D3Day, helping grow what Dave Clark had started. And for you, Doug, what do you get out of these events?
I always tell people it's a privilege to get to do what I do, even though it's not been easy. And since the last few years with COVID and all the changes, it's thrown a lot of major roadblocks our way. But somehow we continue to push through. I've never woken up in the morning and say, hey, you know what, I'm going to throw in the towel. We just keep moving. And when you have a day like yesterday, again, I was going through the pictures this morning, and you see all of those little miracles that happen at every camp that we can't capture, we can't see all at once, but they're there. And the smiles on some of these kids' faces and the smiles on the players, the volunteers, the sponsors, all of that coming together every time we do one of these camps is what keeps me doing it.
And Dave, it was a challenge for you growing up and playing hockey and playing baseball and everything that you did. But as we age, the challenge, I think, gets more into living our life on a day-to-day level.
You can say that again. Little did I anticipate back when I was an athlete running 5 miles a day on crutches that there would come a day when it would be a struggle to walk 20 feet on crutches. But you know what, Dave? You and I both have found a way to tackle whatever's in front of us. For instance, this scooter I started using 25 years ago. I didn't want to use a scooter, but it allowed me to keep doing what I love to do in a different manner. So we found a way, and like it or not, that's life.
Yeah, and speaking about finding a way, these camps open up those ways for these kids to not only experience baseball, but to experience life and the wins and losses. And he always talks about falling down and getting up and just keep doing it. And I know you as a parent of a child who was born without arms, you've had to deal with that and see those things. But where do you get the strength to continue to do this? Because without donations and all the things that we have to deal with, we can't keep these camps free, but we have to.
Yeah, we're never going to charge for the camps. The camps aren't really free. They cost us actually quite a bit of money to put on our travel, our hotels, our rental cars, all the stuff that people don't see. T-shirts, the hats that we give away, the tickets that we provide, the food that we provide. But, you know, what keeps me going really is your stories, Dave and Dave. Because if I'm going to be questioning my ability to keep going when you guys have done it your whole life, there's no real excuse for me.
And we have a new way that they can help have this, and I can show you, and you'll see it on full on the screen. But Doug, explain a little bit about this, where now people can help and help themselves when they're buying products.
So this particular one is our donation link. We also have what you're referring to is a help by shopping. And so all of our participants, our sponsors, anybody that's interested in D3Day, they can actually go to helpbyshopping.com/D3Day, and we can provide that link in any of these videos. And they literally buy stuff, and instead of going to Amazon or another retailer or whatever, you use our link, and actually a nice proceed comes back to us, much more than what Amazon would give to us if we were doing their program. And so helpbyshopping.com/D3Day, you help us, you buy stuff, it's good prices. We're not trying to overcharge you for the same product to get a donation. And so it's a great way to help us without really expending extra money.
And we get helped all the time by the players and the coaches and everything that are part of our camps. Yesterday, as we told you, we spoke with the manager of the team. We also caught up with a professional football player that happened to stop by the camp. Let's hear their words.
It was awesome. The kids were great. We enjoyed it, I think, more than they did as staff and players. So we really appreciate you having us out, Dave. I think baseball is just a cool game that brings people from all over the world onto one field. So it's a really cool game, and we're happy to be a part of it.
There we go.
You know, former college football player at San Diego State, former pro, obviously bounced around in professional sports. But man, let me tell you, just being out here today and seeing what you guys have been able to do, and knowing that you didn't allow a disability to allow you to not chase your dream, man, let me tell you how impactful and inspiring and motivating it's been for me to be out here today with you guys, Dave.
All right. Again, we met with the manager this morning. What a great guy. And again, when they see our stories, I think, as we've seen, it inspires the players more.
Yeah, and Dave, another thing, too, that we don't often talk about, and it's really one of the big privileges that we get to do with Disability Dream and Do, is the award given out, the Pulling Each Other Along award. And this year, it was even kind of some special things happened that surprised me. So we had an award winner who had no idea he was going to get the award yesterday when he got it. And he had already sponsored us. He hadn't even met me. He found out what we did and sponsored us through his organization called Emma's Hope. And with a sight unseen, just went onto our website and gave us a nice sponsorship, came to the event as a volunteer, brought his daughter, and he had gotten nominated for the Pulling Each Other Along award. And before he even knew he was going to get that, I have a children's book, as you well know. It's called A Pound of Kindness, about Dave when he was in first grade. And he saw that book on the table, and he goes, I want to make sure every participant has one of these books today. And he gave a nice big donation to make that happen. That was before he knew he was getting the Pulling Each Other Along award. And so it's those kind of unsung heroes that really make us giving that Pulling Each Other Along award really special.
Well, there's more camps coming up. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll tell you about Sunday, put a little bow on the Dave Stevens Show, and let you know where we're going to be the rest of the summer. You're watching the Dave Stevens Show. Hi again, everybody. Dave Stevens sitting here at the home of the Hudson Valley Renegades, part of our D3Day family over the years. And, you know, we put on some amazing camps in Florida, Connecticut, and, of course, in New York. And we're continuing to do that, but we need your help and your support. For more information, visit D3Day.com or PullingEachOtherAlong.com. You can support us, donate us, check out our merchandise, and help us out. So continue to be a fan of our D3Day camps, and we'll see you on the road. I love doing those commercials where we get to be silly and do funny stuff, because you're always hamming it up. I know you like to be on TV, right?
Oh, love to.
His favorite thing in life.
Yeah.
Now today, again, it was such an amazing thing. You know, it's not just one day, it's almost a whole festival for the kids and everybody. But we had our biggest group of kids on the field today with the players. And what does that mean to those kids when they get to be out there with the players?
Oh, it's something that yeah. They form that tunnel, players come out, they get high fives coming out. A couple of them were fortunate enough that they threw the first pitch.
And Eddie, who's been with us for years and years.
It's something that will be ingrained in their life forever.
And Doug, we have a lot of camps coming up ahead. We got Rochester. So tell the people a little bit about what's coming up.
Jersey Shore would be the next one, and that's in May, late May, May 30th. So we're still looking for sponsors for that. Rochester, we're still looking for a date for our San Jose event, but we have a sponsor. We actually, through the John Olerud and his wife Kelly, they have the Jordan Fund for their daughter, and they already sponsored us for these camps. But go beyond that, they want to sponsor it bigger so that we can do our event in San Jose again this year. And then we always have our event in Corny. We're doing a bowling event for the first time. Hudson Valley we got coming up. And, who knows? Maybe we're going to start doing hockey again too. But it's all about just, getting some more donations, some more funding.
And speaking of that, so many guys in this area that helped us for this camp. The sponsors, which we couldn't do it without their help.
Yeah, there's some big ones. Sam's Club, especially this particular event in Hudson Valley, huge support from Sam's Club in so many ways. Mel's Diner is one here. There's like 5 or 6 Mel's Diners in the area, so just good family food. It's great service, so we love Romy and his group. There's others, and I hate missing him. Stinger Sports kind of is a national sponsor for us now. He's been a huge help, and so there's so many, and hopefully you can go on our websites and learn some more about those sponsors as well.
Dave, as we wrap up, and there's those parents that might be apprehensive of letting their kids come out to our events or, doing the things that are thought of for only able-bodied, what would your advice be to those parents?
Go on the rope. Let them try it. It's okay to get skinned up on your knees or your chin or whatever. That's life. Get knocked out, get back up.
All right. Well, since I'm on the ground, I'm like a weeble. I don't have far to fall, so I'll take that advice to heart. But, Doug, it's always great to see you guys. Dave, keep doing what you're doing. Okay, we're going to be on the road. Continue to follow Dave Stevens Speaks on all social media platforms. The Dave Stevens Show, of course, on Roku and your home TV. And again, go to D3Day.com. Help us to help the generations that didn't have those opportunities that we had going forward. So for Doug, for Dave, I'm Dave. We'll see you guys later. I was a three-sport athlete in high school, wrestled, played baseball and football. I'm the only guy without legs ever to play college football, minor league baseball.
I was very fortunate to be able to do what I was able to do, play professional baseball with my physical limitations, and I've always felt very fortunate to do that.
It was awesome. The kids were great. We enjoyed it, I think, more than they did as staff and players. So we really appreciate you having us out, Dave. I think baseball is just a cool game that brings people from all over the world onto one field. So it's a really cool game, and we're happy to be a part of it.
There we go.
Real important to have hope and a goal. Hope and a goal.
All right, so thanks to all of our wonderful volunteers. A special thanks to the mighty, awesome, Mighty Mussel players. For more information, if you'd like to help us out, please visit D3Day.com. Yay!